For thousands of years, the Great Lakes region of East Africa's Rift Valley has been a bountiful haven, nourishing the ecosystem and sustaining countless communities. Now, it is emerging as a vital source of energy for Rwanda, with the lakes providing methane reserves and the roaring rivers offering hydroelectric potential and regional cooperation. Stay tuned to discover Rwanda's innovative energy mix, driven by its natural water resources and the visionaries harnessing them to power the nation. On Game Changers. Deep beneath the calm waters of Lake Kivu lies a silent force, once unknown, now fueling progress. Rwanda is tapping into one of the world's most unusual natural energy reserves, methane gas.
In Rwanda, we have access to Lake Kivu. And this lake is one of the deepest lakes. And because of its location, it happened that it has gas at different levels. The more you go down, the better the concentration of that gas is. So in Rwanda, they came with innovation to see if that gas can be of good use. They did a pilot project. Later, there was another private project, Kivuwatt. And later, we also joined with regard to NST, the government objectives to achieve energy.
From the vast depth of Lake Kivu to the powerful engines that convert gas into electricity, each stage is a carefully managed process. Once the raw gas is extracted and delivered, the focus shifts to separating and refining the methane before it reaches the engines.
The process started from where we get our raw gas. We get our raw gas from a lake. And as I said, the lake has got layers. We call them zones. Those ones are defined by water parameters, which is conductivity, density, and gas concentration. The more you go down, rapidly change of those parameters of water. Then when you extract water and gas from lower level, which is where you have a good concentration, you need to be very careful that you don't destabilize or you don't affect the layers of the lake for ecosystem of the lake as well as the gradient stability. You see the towers behind me. These towers are for cleaning that gas, to take out the two gases that we do not need, which are CO2 and H2S. Then the methane gas we get out of these towers, we send it to the power plant. We have got 19 engines that will consume that gas and generate electricity.
You have two separators, A and B. We extract gas from the water deep down in 350 meters. But then we bring three gases, H2S, CH4 and CO2. We do have compressor which increase the pressure of the gas from here to the towers on shore. We do have what we call scrubber. It acts like a filter. We bring those three gases, but then that scrubber try to eliminate or to take out those unwanted gases as CO2 and H2S, but then it increases amount of CH4 that we send out to the engines over there onshore.
Beyond the machinery and technical expertise lies a broader story, one of the governmental collaboration and capacity building.
The partnership with the government of Rwanda has been quite essential for us. They have been assisting us to navigate through the local regulations and the policies of Rwanda. They do provide clear guidance in terms of environmental, legal and regulatory policies across the country. Through their collaboration, we've been able to also engage the local community to elevate their concerns that they would have. We've been prioritizing on corporate social responsibility, which has been benefiting the local Rubavu population, some of which is providing the financial support for the destroyed houses during the flooding in Rwanda, and making sure that they have access to clean water. And just when I touched upon the fact that we have local population, over 90% of the local population working in the project, in the plant currently, they are benefiting from highly technological trainings, which are actually at the forefront of the energy sector, modern-led technology practices.
We have more or less 3 responsibilities. First, to maintain the lake ecosystem stability. We make sure that our operators are very well protected safety-wise, and we have too much of installation where we have detectors all around. Whenever there is something, we stop. And that system is actually unmanned. Everything runs on its own. We are not involved. You know, the more you have a human intervention, the more you can have errors and more bad situation may happen. So we have used the toppest technology of now for extraction as well as for protection of the people, safety of the people.
So here you have gas detectors. So wherever you go, this shows you amount of LCS you can feel. So that if you feel it is more, you separate yourself. You can even shut down the process, because for us safety is first. If you have any problem related with safety, you are free to call or to talk to anyone. For us here, we are safe. We are totally safe.
And this safety has been achieved after much deliberation. From logistical delays to complex infrastructure demands, the journey to powering Rwanda from Lake Kivu has had its share of obstacles.
So we've faced quite a number of hurdles when we actually tried to put up this plant. A few of those were the Ebola outbreak that was in Goma, which was in 2018-2019, which was actually the second largest outbreak that happened in the history of the virus. Followed by that, we had volcanic eruption by Mount Nyiragongo in 2021, following which we had approximately 3 months of earth tremors. That was one of the hurdles we faced, followed by the COVID pandemic, which was one of the largest pandemics, and due to which we had substantial challenges in bringing equipment into the country. So these were some of the hurdles that we actually faced during the process, which resulted in approximately 8 to 9 months of the project being delayed.
And we have also conditional-based maintenances that we are employing here. With our new technology that was applied all over the plant, we are able to track any deviation throughout the plant. We can track vibration, temperature, all those things. If there is any deviation, we are able to fix it. We have also trained our people that the breakdown time is as low as you can imagine. But in addition to that, again, because we are very lucky to have enough investment, we have introduced redundancy into our system all over the plant. We have, if this is under maintenance or for any good reason, we have a redundancy around it. So we can still run the plant while doing maintenance parallel to that. Then our system, again, doesn't depend on seasons. You see, the lake is always at this level. We are in dry season or raining season, we are always, so that means we are able to generate power all the time. So other generation plants, sometimes they depend on the seasons. So we do have a planned maintenance, which we coordinate with REG so that we don't do planned maintenance when there is another plant that would need maintenance actually. So we coordinate with them to not interrupt the network stability as well as availability throughout the country.
So we've been collaborating with our manufacturers of our equipment to ensure that spare parts are provided as soon as possible. The lead times are reduced, the supply chain challenges, the logistical challenges are reduced. And this also benefits them because we are proposing an investment we're proposing another investment of 28 megawatts, making the plant to be 78 megawatts.
As operations expand and maintenance strategies evolve, the long-term success of the plant also relies heavily on sound financial planning. Behind every megawatt added is a robust analysis of costs, risks, and return on investment.
Okay, some of the key financial metrics that we use are the cost per megawatt hour, which is the cost of the cost per unit of energy that is produced. Okay, the other key financial metric that we use is the sensitivity analysis, which is not a single metric, but it is an analysis of various assumptions that we put into the financial model, which is like the tariff, the cost, to ascertain the risk and uncertainty around the investment.
Beyond the numbers and models lies a larger national objective, one that focuses on energy independence, sustainability, and long-term growth. This vision is what continues to drive the investment and innovation behind Lake Kivu's potential.
Rwanda's energy landscape is transforming. It is growing because the country has very ambitious goals to provide sustainable, affordable energy across the country. To help with that, we have proposed to the government that we can commit to providing the 28 megawatts. We have proposed that. This is in very early stages at the moment. As soon as this is completed, we have proposed that we could be able to provide 78 megawatts we could be able to provide 78 megawatts currently, which would be contributing to a large amount to compensating the deficits in the country and to also ensuring that we are not dependent on importing power from our neighboring countries.
Our resources in the lake is not yet fully exploited. So we are always working hand in hand with the government to see how we can stay in line with the government and help in demand. We actually have put in place another opportunity to the government that we can extend our plant by 50%. So we want to grow as the country grow, and we want also to continue using the resources in the lake, because the more we use it, the more we reduce the saturation of the gas at the bottom, the safer the lake becomes. So it's a very critical thing that we are doing, and we will never stop. It's a continuous improvement.
While Lake Kivu unique opportunities offer power potential through methane gas extraction, it is just one part of Rwanda's broader strategy to diversify its energy mix. Across the country, major renewable energy investments are shaping the future. Among them, a cross-border initiative harnessing the power of water to light up homes and drive development. Up next, the Rusumo hydropower plant, a symbol of regional cooperation and a major step towards sustainable energy in the region. As the region embraces renewable energy solutions, Rusumo Power Company stands as a testament to cross-border collaboration. With a unique trinational structure, this plant is not just generating electricity, it is lighting up lives in Rwanda, Tanzania, and Burundi.
Rusumo Power Company Limited is an energy company with three shareholders, the government of Rwanda, the government of Burundi, and the government of Tanzania, equal shareholders. So our first project is 80 megawatt regional Rusumo Fall hydroelectric plant, which has been in operation for the last 12 to 15 months, and selling electricity to REG in Rwanda, TANESCO in Tanzania, and Regideso in Burundi.
To bring such a large-scale multinational project to life, strategic financial backing was key, from generation to transmission.
The overall cost of the project, there's the generation part is about $340 million. The transmission part is close to $130 million. So all in all, we're talking about $480 million for the entire project. The funding, we have two lenders. For the generation part is the World Bank, which is the biggest chunk, the 340. And for the transmission line is the African Development Bank.
So the plant is in a cost effectively and to maintain the sustainability. We do working within the financial plan received from the World Bank and the African Development Bank.
But beyond funding, nature plays a central role. The Kagera River fuels this hydropower station, with infrastructure ensuring seamless power distribution to the three nations.
Kagera River is the water we are using for generation. And we don't have a dam. As I said, it's a run of the river. We don't have the dam. The water comes straight and it goes to the power plant for generation. And if you see the design here at intake, you see there is 5 stop locks, which allows the water to go to the tunnel, up to the inlet chamber. Here to inlet chamber is almost 700 meters. Inlet chamber is the place where it distributes to the different penstock. We have 3 penstocks, we have 3 machines. But there now, the water is distributed to that 3 penstocks. And that water now, where it starts to have the high velocity, there is a head. So we increase the velocity in order to have the impact to the liner. It goes up to the powerhouse. In the powerhouse, there is a runner, the units now, which generates power. And we have 3 units. And these 3 units generate almost is 27 megawatt. Normally we say 26.6, but it's easy to estimate to put 27 megawatts. Total, we generate 80 megawatts. And the water which is used now, it goes to the terrace, it joins with the natural river. It goes up to Lake Victoria. The energy we generate passes through the transformers. We have transformers, up transformers. These transformers lift up to 220 kV, which is transmitted to the switchyard. And the switchyard is where we dispatch to each country. And each country gets 27 megas.
So this is our generator flow. So normally this is where the generator ends. So below where I'm standing here, we have the whole generator. Below it we have the turbine. So as you can see, we have all of units can be seen from here. Unit 1, 2, and 3. You can see them, they are running. So when they are running, it's shown by this light at the top. When they are off, there is no light. So the other thing we have here at the generator flow, you can see various control panels. Normally these control panels, as we call them, they are used for control. So we do various levels of control. For example, regulating the speed, regulating how much you are producing. Normally we are supposed to produce 27 megawatt per battery for each unit, but sometimes we need to reduce to adjust depending on what the grid requires. So to do that regression, we use the governor. This structure you see in the brown, that's where inside we have a governor, but also it has its digital control on those control panels. So with the governor, the operator can see the frequency, or in easy language, to see how much you are producing and how much the clients are requiring, so that we have a balance.
The data generation, it depends with the demand from the utilities and the water availability of that day. So, but the maximum is 26.6 megahertz.
First, it's hydro, so it's clean. It's a runoff river, so that means it's very attractive in terms of ESG, environmental. It's very environmentally friendly. It's a renewable source, so it's in line with the renewable energy policy and targets of Rwanda, but as well as the other countries.
Sustainability, however, goes beyond clean energy. It also means preserving the very source of that energy through community engagement and environmental stewardship.
This is a very keen for us because, as you see, the river we're at the intersection of two rivers, the Kagera and Ruvubu or Ruvuvu, depending on where. In Tanzania they call it Ruvuvu, in Burundi they call it Ruvubu. So we have two rivers, and you can see there's a lot of silting on this river. So we are doing a lot of activities in the catchment to protect the catchment, to plant trees, to work with the local citizens, the population around, to find ways to protect our source of fuel, which is the water.
Here we have control for vibration, because you don't want the units to vibrate more than the normal. When the vibration is high, there is high damage, and some of this damage are high it's hard to repair them. The way you see, we are producing the power, but also we consume power. Like this lighting you see, all of them, or the pump, you have them running, they need to be powered by electricity. So this control panel allows us to supply electricity to different components we need here. Technically, we call that auxiliary consumption. Basically, we produce electricity, we consume a fraction of it, then we export the larger part to the grid.
And the impact of the plant isn't just seen in megawatts. It is also measured in local economic growth and job creation.
So in terms of how it contributes to the local economy, local economic activity in terms of job creation, procurement and service partnership, the project during the construction phase offered about 4,000 casual laborer. So job creation there during the construction phase. But even this operational phase, we have 73 employees, a casual laborer and permanent, and some individual consultants. So the job was created to this plant.
Still, no project is without challenges. Operational hurdles arise, but teams on the ground are working together to keep the lights on across borders.
It's true we have challenges. We have external and internal challenges. Let's start with the internal challenge. The main challenges we have the challenge of shuttle seal and the cooling system. You know, as I said, we have this run of the river, so it takes a lot of rubbish, debris, sediments and whatever. But we are going to solve it recently. We have already planned and discussed with our contractors, and this will be solved without any problem. So we want to synchronize all the three grids, but we have to be careful with the protection issues. So we are discussing with the utilities how we are going to solve this issue of protection so that other grids cannot be affected by this system of synchronization.
The fact that a regional company also has its own set of challenges because you have to align different priorities sometimes, but all in all there's a common interest is all the three countries have a deficit in energy. So because of that, it's easy to bring people together, bring investment together to develop such projects. Another thing is because we are also part of a bigger pool, where we are located is you'll see our substation, our switchyard. We're able to do some power trades, and that is a good thing because we can connect the East Africa power pool. We can connect to the Central Africa power pool via Rwanda and Burundi. We could connect to the Southern Africa power pool via Tanzania. So there's a potential to do a lot of trade using our infrastructure.
Despite these challenges, there is a shared commitment to protect what has already been built and to expand on it.
All stakeholders, let's protect our plant. This plant unites three countries. And this is good, you know. It makes people to tell us we are really Africans. We work together, we talk together. As you know, our plant comprises all the workers from three countries. If it is possible, we can increase other plants like this, which all countries contribute and run it.
So there's a broader vision, and we believe that, like I say early, this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. I'm sure there will be other investment, either downstream or doing some trading using our infrastructure.
From methane gas bubbling beneath Rwanda's Lake Kivu to the synchronized turbines of the tri-national Rusumo hydropower plant, East Africa's energy revolution is more than just megawatts. It is a movement towards self-reliance, regional unity, and clean power for generations to come.